Cameron Diaz is ending her quiet on Jamie Foxx's secretive medical issue. And she at long last uncovered reality with regards to Jamie's supposed implosion on the arrangement of their film back in real life. And what truly got him in the clinic, you're making a film. It's an ideal reason they own you. You're there 12 hours per day. For quite a long time you lacked the capacity to deal with anything more presently before Jamie Foxx was hospitalized in Atlanta. Last month reports arose that James got back to the police while shooting in real life in the wake of finding that somebody had been plotting a take 55000 from him during the creation. A few sources said that Jamie had an enormous implosion on set, and different individuals associated with the creation of this film approached guaranteeing they're back in real life. Feels like the most reviled film ever. Insanely. Only weeks after James' reputed beginning implosion, Jamie experienced an unexpected problem and spent more than a month in the emergency clinic. As per the most recent reports, Jamie, in all probability, experienced a stroke, and subsequent to being set free from the medical clinic in Atlanta, he was moved to an actual restoration office in Chicago anyway. There are still a ton of disconnected reports in the media about Jamie's condition, and a few fans are currently estimating that somebody attempted to wipe out James after he found the trick on the arrangement of his film. So how does Jamie's co-star Cameron Diaz feel pretty much this large number of specular relations? Did she notice something odd? While recording with Jamie, you realize you go to said everyone needs to convey your pack and put you in. You know you're not permitted to do anything. God precludes something happens to you, then they can't complete the film. And you're now in movie form. Jamie Foxx has purportedly been let out of the Atlanta medical clinic, where he went through weeks recuperating from an intense health-related crisis. TMZ as of late gotten photographs of Jamie's family, including his little girls Corin and Annalise, along with Annalise's mom Kristen Granis, visiting Jamie at a Chicago restoration center. As per TMZ, the office works in stroke recuperation, horrible mind injury recovery, spinal rope injury recovery, and disease recovery. Now news about Jamie's hospitalization previously broke on October 12th, and throughout the course of recent weeks, the media was overwhelmed with a wide range of befuddling reports about Jamie's condition. While certain sources at first case that Jamie is fine and recuperating quick, last week, various outlets revealed that Jamie's family is planning for the more terrible. And afterward, only days after the fact, the story took one more turn after James' little girl Corin Foxx shared an Instagram story guaranteeing that Jamie has been out of the emergency clinic for a really long time. Update from the family: miserable to perceive how the media runs. While Corin composed, my father has been out of the emergency clinic for quite a long time, recovering. As a matter of fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Gratitude for everybody's requests and backing anyway. Fans were befuddled by Corin's proclamation, since in such a case that Jamie truly left the clinic weeks prior and was at that point feeling sufficiently great to play sports. Why did the family let the sensationalist newspapers go crazy with tales? And yes, the family merits security, yet that is precisely why certain individuals say they ought to have ended every one of the insane bits of gossip, as opposed to permitting the media, in Jamie's celeb companions, to hypothesize about his condition for a really long time. These bizarre reports have driven a few fans to guess that Jamie's family was frightened to express out loud whatever truly happened to him, in light of the fact that James could have enraged a few notable individuals. See right away, before Jamie was hospitalized, news crushed that his film Spirit in real life with Cameron Diaz was stopped after James found an intricate plot against him and let the police know that somebody was attempting to take north of $50,000 from him. As per the Day-to-Day Mail, the recording was promptly stopped and the police sent off an examination, which eventually prompted an individual from the staff getting terminated. In the meantime, the Sun detailed that Jane had an immense implosion on set subsequent to finding the trick, and as per one source with inside information, Jane fires a few senior makers on the spot in an irate fury, onset the source. Likewise, let the Sun know that the film feels like it's being reviled, and that Cameron Diaz was so damaged by all that happened that retirement. This film has been a digit of a bad dream. The source shared there have been a ton of postponements, particularly with the weather conditions, thanks to recording outside in London. In winter, yet the most recent issue is a smidgen more evil. As per the insider, numerous examinations were sent off after somebody attempted to gain admittance to Jane's cache. Yet nobody could sort out what precisely was happening or the number of individuals that were involved. It seems as if they attempted to propose a Rolex watch as a feature of the arrangement, yet presently there's an examination concerning all that going on. The source said individuals will be happy when this thing at last envelops back by activity. Should be Cameron Diaz's rebound film after she moved away from Hollywood in 2018. Anyway, over as per the Sun, what is happening on set was so horrendous for Cameron that she's currently intending to stop movie acting once more, in keeping in mind that it actually hasn't been formally affirmed that this present circumstance is straightforwardly associated with Jamie Foxx's hospitalization. Its planning is certainly dubious on the off chance that the reports about Jamie having a huge implosion on set are valid. Then it's entirely conceivable that he experienced a stroke because of stress anyway. A few fans are saying it's sort of bizarre that Jane would fly off the handle about somebody attempting to take his cash to where it made him have a stroke. Sure, the circumstance would be unpleasant for anybody, yet by the day's end, Jamie is a significant big name. And assuming somebody had genuinely attempted to take $50,000 from him, he might have effectively gotten it back. And to this end, fans are estimating that Jamie probably found something more evil, and perhaps the plot against him wasn't just about taking his cash. Not long after Jane was hospitalized, a few sources guaranteed that the police visited Jane at the clinic, and that he told the police someone was attempting to kill him. And keeping in mind that these reports haven't been authoritatively affirmed, fans actually thought it was weird how the overseer of back in real life, Seth Gordon, supplanted Jane with his trick twofold only days after Jane was hospitalized, practically like they realized Jane wasn't returning. In the meantime, fans began saying that perhaps somebody attempted to harm Jane while he was recording back in real life. And assuming this is actually the case, it could likewise make sense of why Cameron Diaz presently needs to return into retirement and quit Hollywood for good. Sense. Supposing that Cameron chooses to get back in the saddle following 5 years, and presently unexpectedly she needs to vanish again, it implies she probably saw something truly frightening while at the same time shooting back in real life with Jamie. Yet what precisely did Cameron say regarding all of this? What occurred on the arrangement of back in real life that made her need to stop acting again? Well, sources near Cameron as of late guaranteed that the camera was stunned by James' conduct on set, since he was totally pained during the shoot. He wasn't enjoyable to be around, particularly for Cameron, one source expressed anyway. Since Jane has gained notoriety for being one of the most pleasant and most fun entertainers to work with, fans are saying they wouldn't be shocked in the event that, incidentally, somebody has slipped something to Jamie while he was shooting back in real life that made him act insane, and in the end prompted his terrifying health-related crisis. How in the event that you notice how when stories emerge about dark entertainers, they are constantly supposed to be acting insane, or nobody preferred him, one fan said. So when they send him off or kill him, it's simpler to pull off. And someone else added Jamie needs to enlist separate security to watch his prescriptions and remain at his lodging to not ensure anything is altered. Whipped so miserable expectation. He gets well example, learned have zero faith in anybody. Yet what is your opinion? Pretty much all of this. Do you feel that Cameron Diaz realizes more than she's letting on? Remark down underneath. And don't pass up this next story.